This is needed with the timepiece garden. Oops, I did it again. I started working and didn't video. So, that's what the trench used to look like. And it's there and it works because it keeps the stuff that's coming off from this dilapidated house. It comes down right about there and it would wash out my road. So the little ravine works, but it's too little. So I'm trying to dig it out and make it large again. So as the hill kind of erodes into it, that makes sense, it's got a lot of room to not jump. Because you can see like right there is where leaves and debris have picked up and it wants to jump and then erode my road, and I can't have that. So, it's all right. Just dig it out. That's what I'm doing. That's the ravine. I'm just dumping it on the road right now. All the rocks, they'll stay. Life is sweet. Show you when I'm done. Oh, and look, I have flat rocks. Those are going to the garden. Walking path, that's awesome. Talk to you in a few. Alright, there's where it normally drains. And I got the trench. And what it is I took it 2 foot into the mountain and got it completely off the road. Because it was right next to the road. And then built it up with everything that I took down. So the road will continue to drain this way, you know, off to the left like it's supposed to. But what comes off of this hill, since it tends to come off right there. I know I'm gonna get myself in the shade so I can see the screen. I don't know if you can see it. You see that little white rock there? You can kind of follow that back. That's where the water comes off from where this property has just been left barren, and you can kind of see it. It goes all like this. There's another one that kind of forks back that way. There is a Y, and that's why these weeds here do so well, is it gets both of these feeding it. There used to be, there you go, a culvert right here. Does that make sense? No, it's rusted and collapsed. There's rocks in it. Does that make sense? So that's where the water wants to run. And so my goal, because I'm not trying to put a culvert here at this moment in time, you know, there's a reason why it filled. Either it wasn't being taken care of or it didn't work right. Because without digging a pond for the water to hit and then fill the culvert, it's never going to work. But what will work is letting the water go down to the culvert that does work there. You know? I'm assuming the only reason why this is like this is because when they trim it off for the power lines, does that make sense? They bring their vehicles in here and it will always mess this up. My opinion, you know, I'm not an expert. But, again, there's where it comes off. Kind of where it used to want to go to the culvert. And now it can just go off on the side of the road. Alright, having said that, there's some really nice sized rocks, flat rocks. We'll talk about those back at the house because some of them are going to be for walking ways and some of them are going to be around the fig. But we'll talk about that at the house because the tractor's too loud. But the bucket is full. I dug them out of here, which is why I could never get this big enough with the shovel because of those rocks. Anyway, awesomeness. Talk to you in a few. Yeah, the supervisor's here telling me to knock it off. Get done, let's go in the house. Get cool. Alrighty, so, big rocks. When I was making that ravine, which is why it was impossible for me to do it with the shovel. These are the flat ones. Yes, I stopped the tractor here, unloaded the flat ones here, because these are all going to go up front of my walkway path, where I've got some cedar stuff that's starting to rot. Yeah, these are their replacements. Nice, flat. Some of them are light, some of them are heavy. Possums and the diggers, the armadillos aren't going to be able to move them. I love it. And then ones that are not flat, that are round. I put them here on top of the wood. And the goal is, because figs like it warm in the winter, is to create like a half moon shape. Starts here, kind of make it go around here. And that way it gets sunrise, south, and sunset. But it doesn't get north, because this is the north side. It doesn't get north side cold. The rock wall will probably, because it's just going to be rocks, I'm just going to stack them. It'll stack out about 3 feet, and that way we can get it about 3 feet high, which will protect the root ball and the primary base of the figs long term. They will do better and grow better if I give them a little protection. Now, I'm never going to build a brick wall here, you know, but I'll give them a rock wall, because I have rocks. I have more rocks than I have garden. Most of them are just really heavy. So, these are in place. I'm gonna go grab the riding lawnmower and attach it to this and take those out front. I'm probably not going to put them in, at least not right now, but I will take them down there and then unload them. So I can take a break. Whew, because that's what Panda Bear's telling me to do. She's a supervisor. She's like, Mom, have a cold glass of tea. Let's go in the house and get some biscuits. Even the kitty who's in training is sitting over there at the house going, Panda, tell her, let's go in the house. Let's do this. So, we will talk to you later. So you know it's a hot day with some cold cucumber and some cold tomato out of the fridge. It's just the thing. You know? Say we like lemonade, chickens like tomatoes and cucumbers. And all the tomatoes you see are bruised and starting to go bad. I have a lot of tomatoes. I've got, you know, several jars of salsa, several jars of chili. I'm going to double that, and I still have tomatoes going bad. So, yeah, this is Penny here. There you go, that's Copper. Then I spread everything out, because the three here in the middle tend to want to pick on somebody when they're like, oh, you're getting more food than me. And they're not. There's plenty. But I spread the food out so Penny and Copper can come to one side and eat in peace. And Milady and Michael can hang out there on the other side and eat in peace. And then the three musketeers here, who can be jerks, can pick up a whole slice of tomato and just not bother anybody. So that gives everybody else an opportunity to just eat in peace. All right, it's time for me to go eat some lunch. So Miss Panda and I, the chickens, will talk to you later. Kitty's in the house. All right. All right, those are the flat rocks. Just gotta kind of lean them up against here because I'm not gonna do anything with them right now. It's lunchtime for me and Miss Panda. And Miss Kitty. Kitty's already in the house. What I'd like to do with them is kind of here where you can see I've got a cedar here. There's another cedar right there. There's another cedar right there. And then I have a smaller rock right there. I want to take the largest rock and put it there. And take that smaller rock and put it like here where the cedar is, because the cedars are starting to rot. There's another cedar over there. But that means I've got to kind of look at how the layout of the rocks are going to fit, you know, and work on leveling it and so on down the line. And I'm tired. It's lunchtime. You know, tractor work started at 7, ended at 10:30. I'm done for the day. It's going to get up into the 90s. We will spend the rest of the day in the house, in the air conditioning. Huh, Pam Bears? She's like, let's go, Mom. Let's do it. Open the door. She tells me she'd open the door, but she doesn't have thumbs. So, anyway, that was the flat rocks. This is where they're going to go so I can get rid of the cedar. And then once I get the flat rocks in here, once this row is done, then I can work on continuing this row down here. Okay, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do you hear her telling me to hurry up? She's like, let's do this. All right. Y'all have an awesome day. Miss Pan and I. I'll talk to you later.